Good morning, Windsor High School.
Today is October 19th, 2020.
I'm Mackie Olson.
And I'm Landon Reese.
And this is your Windsor High School Video Bulletin.
The following colleges are hosting virtual visits today. Linfield University at 9:30 a.m. and Washington and Jefferson College at 11:30 a.m.
This last month has been Hispanic Heritage Month. Here are some thoughts from present and former Windsor students.
Hispanic Heritage Month is celebrated from September 15th to October 15th. And basically we just celebrate, like we said, our heritage and, like important dates, like Independence Days, like in Costa Rica, El Salvador, Guatemala, Honduras, everywhere in Central America, and of course Mexico.
The reason why people celebrate Hispanic Heritage Month is to recognize the different contributions, cultures, and traditions from Hispanic and Latino communities.
One thing about Hispanic heritage is that heritage is about those who came before you, and you could either root that back to the history books or just like your grandparents or your grandparents' grandparents. And if you keep track of that heritage and that family, it provides you with a lot of pride.
One of the first role models who was introduced to me back in 6th grade would be Francisco Jimenez. He is such an inspiration by writing his true story through the book The Circuit, or also known as Cajas de Cartón. And so pretty much what the book is all about is he talks about his struggles as an immigrant here in the United States who came with his family. He came here in the 1940s, 1950s, and so he talks about financial struggles with his family, struggles in terms of being in school because of the language barrier. And so, even though this book was long time ago, it's still pretty relevant in today's world.
Today, I will shout out the woman who raised me by her own and is the reason I am here today. Elia Alamia is her name. This woman is my mother, and she means more to me than any other person in my life. She taught me that no matter how hard life gets and no matter the obstacles you encounter, to always keep pushing forward just like she has throughout her own life.
Some Hispanic families create shrines for their lost loved ones and their past loved ones. So one way that Hispanic Heritage Month was really impactful for me was being able to add my grandfather's picture to our shrine in our house.
And I picked Alexandria Ocasio-Ortegas. So I chose her because she wants to change our country. She wants to make it better. Living wages, labor rights for all people.
And I chose my mom. Her name is Miriam Pimentel. And I chose her because she's always been a hard working woman.
The Hispanic person that changed my life is named Moises. Basically, he's my dad and has been for 10 years, but that's how long I've known him for. He taught me about perseverance. He also taught me that working hard is how you reach your goals.
I like to shout out Bocho. He's like a father figure to me. He taught me a lot about cameras and nature and never to give up, even at the hardest times. He grew up at South Park in a rough neighborhood and rough life.
I'm gonna give this to my grandpa, Jose. He inspired me he told me to be kind to others, to help people that are in need, and to help your family, and to work. No matter if you're old or young, you can still work hard, and to keep on going in life and don't give up.
A Latinx role model that really impacts my life is my mom. She has shown my family and I what the Mexican culture really is about, whether it's through food, music, dance.
And so my second one would be Esther Lemus. She is the vice mayor of Windsor, and even though she probably doesn't know me, I think that as a Latina, she is such a great representation for the town. And so she's such an inspiration because I myself want to get into, possibly go into law school or go and get myself involved in my community. And so she's such an inspiration because it really truly makes me feel like I can get there, like I can represent my community, I can become a mayor, I can become whoever I want.
Seniors can get assistance with their college applications at the virtual Apptober workshop this Wednesday, October 21st from 12 to 2 p.m. Email Ms. Today to receive a link to the presentation.
Here's information about the new Build Elective coming this spring.
Windsor High has just broken grounds for a new construction skills classroom. We are now accepting 10th graders into our Build Elective classes that begin in January. This class is completely hands-on and prepares our students to be future professionals in the construction industry who will design and build homes and structures for our community in Windsor and beyond this area. We are creating a key entry point for a viable path for college and career planning. We are building the future. Contact your school counselors today to grab a seat in this popular elective class.
Seniors, do you need cash for college? Our annual FAFSA/CADAA application workshop is Wednesday, November 4th from 6 to 8 p.m. Check out the WHS College and Career website for a list of documents you will need this year. Applications opened October 1st.
What's good, Windsor High School? Just thinking about when this is all going to end. Hope you guys are doing all right.
Being home all the time makes me think of Christmas.
Being home all the time makes me think of winter break.
Only things I really think about is what I'm doing the next day, or I'm planning out what I'm going to do with friends.
Being at home all the time makes me think of overthinking.
School home honestly has me thinking about a lot of things, but most of the time it includes homework that I need to catch up on, things I want to do for myself in the future, and I guess just possible art ideas.
Being at home all the time makes me think of pink elephants.
Being at home reminds me of Rapunzel being locked in her tower.
I realize how much time I have on my hands that I don't use for good things.
Being at home all the time makes me think about what all the other students are doing.
Being at home reminds me of being at home because I'm at home. Yay!
Counselors invite you to visit their Zoom office hours, Monday to Friday, 2 to 3:30 p.m. The link is located on the school website under the Counseling tab by their names.
Here's a feature about a new face here at Windsor High.
I'm from England. I'm English, and we moved to California in the year 2000. Big changes this year. First of all, it's my first year at Windsor High, so I'm very happy to be here and trying to learn a few people's names and get used to how things go at Windsor High. So that's one big change for me. I read good things about Windsor High, and I wanted to see it for myself.
One thing I love about Mr. Dawson, he always comes in and will talk to me about, just whatever, like snowboarding or stuff cool about life,
He's very bubbly and outgoing. He's probably one of the first teachers I've had that is very happy all the time. He's never really seemed to be in a bad mood, and he's always making jokes, which I really like.
Tries to help you, he tries to guide you really well, step by step, to get you to how the work needs to be done.
I really enjoy Pearson for a number of different reasons. There's an awful lot of help available within the Pearson website for a student who might need to go and do a bit more practice or find other examples. And it's really easy to set up homework assignments and giving students a second chance to do a problem rather than just get it right or wrong first time around.
Everything online is new. It's much more different than having to be there in person, but for me it's a little bit more simpler than being in person with more distractions.
One thing I really like about it is it grades you right on the spot for each question. And then also another thing is if I don't understand something very clearly, I'll do the question and it's okay, you did it wrong. I can have the chance to do it again.
Favorite teaching philosophy is everybody. I don't care who you are, everybody can learn. I hear so many times students say, I just can't do math. And it breaks my heart because you can. So yeah, it's just having that mindset that I can actually do this. And I firmly believe that every single student that I ever come across has the capacity to learn math.
That's it for this week.
Listen to a new song you've never heard before.
Why don't you try making an interesting food combination for a snack this week? I'm sure you'll love it.
Keep taking care of yourself.
And we'll see you next week.